tonight's video a little bit earlier. I didn't realise how late I put on last night's one. So I'm going to try and do this one a little bit earlier and try not to gab so much today. I'm trying to get my iPad on. I've not got my glasses on, they're on top of my head, but they're no good to try and see close up anyway. Good start, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm just going to read out some of the comments that I got on last night's video. Hang on. So while that's coming on, how's everybody been today? This morning I was at my daughter's MRI scan. Doctors think she's got MS, so we were at that this morning, and then we popped into B&M and Home Bargains, and that's kind of near the hospital. It was mobbed. It was crap, so didn't spend long in there at all. I much prefer the shops that are nearer to me. And yeah, so we've done that today. Housework, cook dinner and that. My stomach's still giving me a bit of jip. It's kind of like I remember feeling kind of like this back in March, so I don't know whether it's a hormone thing because I no longer have periods anymore, or whether it's a fibro thing. I know with fibro you can kind of feel like nauseous and just not right, and I know everybody with fibro has it because I've asked quite a few people. But I remember feeling like this back in March time, where it's like having morning sickness, travel sickness, hangover, all at the same time. So I've got to constantly keep nibbling on like biscuits and stuff, and I had my dinner, and literally if I hadn't had a cracker or something straight after, that dinner was coming straight back up. It's that bad. It's horrible. I haven't felt like this for months, but so I don't know whether it's a fibro thing or it's a menopausal thing. I've never gone through menopause before. So let me know if you've gone through menopause or going through it. Do you have like waves of nausea and all that? And my tiredness is a lot worse. Yeah, because I've not had a period for like 4 months now. Just over 100 days ago was my last one. Oh, the last one was due just over 100 days ago. Lots of people outside, yeah. So I've not been feeling too clever today. It didn't help. I had a big dinner. It was kind of greasy. Not because it was Friday. I had garlic Kievs, gluten-free garlic Kievs, with the oil inside and that. So I shouldn't have had two. But yeah, not a good idea. I won't be doing that again. Again, it seems to be. My stomach was fine when I was eating Kit Kats. I'm not eating Kit Kats. My belly's like, what are you doing? I just feel really nauseous. Like I wish I had some dry crackers, but I can't have crackers because I'm gluten free. I'm going to have to get myself some gluten free crackers because yeah, I don't like feeling like this. And I think last time I had it in March time, it was a couple of months I felt like this. Yeah, so it's not nice. It's not nice at all. I come home, I've done washings. Probably hear my tumble dryer in the background. Washings. I've got a new bath mat for my bathroom upstairs. I finally found the one in the B&M through there. It's a circle one with pom-poms on it. So I've got a pink one of them. I was trying to find the wash basket that's got pom-poms on it. Not been able to find that yet. So I'm going to try and find that. I'm just looking over at the boxes to remind myself. Tomorrow I'm posting these Christmas boxes off. I send every year. One to Heather, who's Flutter 1986, and one to Jamie and Stacey, who's Banawan Vlogs. So in about a week, if you check out their channels, you'll see the stuff that I've sent them. So where's my videos? My chat from my bed from last night. Right, let's see the comments. Right, Sproggo Home and Away, who's Denise, said, enjoyed your video. I have covered a lot of things you have said in one of your videos. We're in lockdown, however, a lot of the shops are open, I believe, due to selling food. That is how they've got around the lockdown. I myself have not been out for a while now. Have yet to watch your other chat. It's next on my list. I do not have problems at present with my family members who I live with because they both work full time. I don't see them well into the evening. By that time, I enjoy the company. I think if I had to say something, it is when I've spent the time cleaning and sorting something in our home and no one notices. I hear you, Denise, I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. Kitchen's the worst thing. I mean, I could literally spend hours. It smells beautiful with the floor, and I literally come down and sit and have a cup of tea, go back in there, there's a pot noodle tub on it, there's a cup left on the side, or they've brought the rubbish down, instead of putting it in the bin, they've just put it on the side. Whose rubbish is that? It's mine. Oh, get your backside back downstairs and put it in the bin. Or wash out your pot noodle tub and put that in the recycling. And they're grown adults. I'm like, hello. They're driving me insane, I tell you. But no one notices. But what can you say there, guys? They are more interested in what's for dinner. I'm just taking it one day at a time. Sometimes just putting one foot in front of the other. It's all that matters. That's true. Totally true. YouTube has kept me going, making sure I keep myself busy. Love the chats. Thank you, Denise. Yeah, YouTube keeps me going. That's another reason why I'm kind of doing these, because as I said, lockdown is not just with my dizziness and my health in general. It can get a bit shitty sometimes, and your family get sick of hearing you going on and on about it sometimes. But I like this as well because it's like a diary, as it were. You can kind of see when you're going up and down and things like that, or it's helpful for somebody else watching that might have the same illness or think they've got the same illness, and it's nice to know somebody else has got it, that kind of thing. Also, for when I'm no longer here, then my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and so on, if that's if YouTube's still about then, will be able to watch these videos back and see how crazy Granny was. So Leslie Ann Sparkles next. She put, oh, I forgot to say, oh, pardon me, this is my dinner now. That's not, that's that water. She sent two. So the first one is, hi sweetheart, ouch, I felt your pain when you mentioned the bin. Yeah, because yesterday I mentioned, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, I mentioned that I was trying to take out my outside bin, you know, like the wheelie bins. Because I'm only 5 foot, the wheelie bins literally come up to like my shoulders. So I've got to like lift it to pull it out of position to get to the handle to turn it around to take it out, and end up pulling my back out. But that Deep Heat Max Strength is good stuff. It's really good stuff. So if you've got any muscle issues, I'd really go and get that. It stinks to high heavens because it's deep heat, but if it takes some of the pain away, it's all good. Do you know what I mean? So Deep Heat's now my new perfume. If anybody wants to know what I smell like right now. Yeah, that Deep Heat Max sounds amazing. Yeah, it is, honestly. You need to go and get it for any aches and pains. As I said, it's not going to take the pain away completely, but it just helps you move around a lot more. But I forgot to say, it's worth checking to see that sweet and sour sauce. That's what I was trying to check this morning, but we'd already put the packet outside. What I'll do is I'll actually go onto the Asda's. It's good thinking, Leslie. I didn't even think of that. I'm going to go on the Asda's home shopping website and look it up, because it was Asda's own sweet and sour sauce, to check to see if it does have gluten in it. It's just a lot of things give me acid. That's why I'm on omeprazole twice a day at the moment, because I have really bad reflux. But I'm still waiting. Still, it's been almost a year now. That's 11 months now I've been waiting for this operation. I had the scope down into my stomach to see what's causing a lot of my issues. Still waiting, so I need to get onto the doctors about that, to see if the sauce is thickened with corn flour or wheat. My daughter has the same issues. I feel sorry for her, because it's bad enough having it at our age, let alone when you're younger. Do you know what I mean? Even soy sauce, sometimes soy sauce not meant to be gluten-free. But it turns out there can be cross-contamination because the farmers tend to rotate their crops by growing soy one year and then wheat the next. Didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know about that. Didn't know that. I always thought soy sauce was, I think actually my son Grant put soy sauce in the stir fry, so I'll need to look up that. So thanks for that, Leslie, because yeah, I can't be going through stomach problems anymore that I've already got. So that was brilliant. Thanks for that. Well, I forgot I've not replied back, and I've not left hearts on everybody. I'm leaving you hearts now, guys. Thank you so much for commenting. I really love reading all your comments. And Alison talks to me like quite a lot on my videos, and I love it. She's quite funny. Alison, if you're watching, you need to have your own YouTube channel. Come on now. She makes me laugh with some of her comments. She's got a similar sense of humour to me, I think. She thinks I think I'm going slightly crazy. I've got one daughter in a third year at uni. I won't say where. Is stressing out about her work. She's working for Amazon at Morrison's, and she gets grief from customers saying they haven't got stock in. And my other daughter is on the third day of isolation because someone in her year tested positive, and it's her final year, and the work online is a nightmare. The internet keeps going off. I just wish people would follow the rules because I want normality now. No complaints about the husband except for he's decided to dig up half the garden and do block paving. Hey, I wouldn't mind him digging up my garden doing block paving. You've seen my garden. I'll take yours any day, Alison. You should see state my grass. It's like the ripple effect again. It looks like an old man's wig blowing in the wind. Yeah, I'll take your block paving. He works as a builder during the week and has decided to do this on a weekend. Oh, bless him. My poor garden looks like a shithole. You've definitely got my sense of humour. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day today and your pain settles. Thanks for that, Alison. That made me laugh. But how good is your hubby that he's working all week and then he still comes home and does that, because it's bloody hard work digging up my garden, and does that. Yeah, God love him. It's going to look so good when it's finished though. It's going to look so good when it's finished. You'll have to send me some pictures on Instagram, because you do have me on Instagram. But yeah, so that's the comments that I've got so far. I'm pretty sure Heather left a comment, and because it come up as it was in my spam inbox. I think it's because she put a swear word on it. It was just basically F COVID, nothing like towards me, because she knows she'd be getting this otherwise. Oh, Grant's back. So I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to YouTube, in case you're wondering. What was I saying about Heather? Oh yeah, Heather had put on a comment on my yesterday's video, but because of a little swear word in it, it's been put in the spam box for me to either accept it or decline it. Of course I accept it, because from Heather. It wasn't directed to me like nasty like that, because she knows she'd get a knuckle sandwich. But yeah, it was just basically F COVID, because she's had a crappy year. Sadly, she had to put one of her cats to sleep on Sunday. Little Glamour, who was 15, just suffering some health problems for a while now. And yeah, it all got a bit too much at the weekend. So she had me in tears, she was in tears. Yeah, and I had Shadow coming up and giving me cuddles and all that. So yeah, so go over to Heather's channel, Flutter 1986, and you'll see a little video on Glamour. As I said, you'll see her video next week of my Christmas box that I'm sending her. Pardon me, I'm sending her it tomorrow. It's down there right now. Look, Heather. I know Heather will be watching. Down there, look. I'm about to transfer your stuff from a smaller box into a bigger box. Because you know me with you, it's go big or go home. Hello, Bobs. Look. Oh, bum in her face. Look, bum in her face. Bum in my face. Yes, I've still got the same bedding. My mum made a point today, because she watches my videos. Hi, Mum. She's like, you're going to need to keep changing your bedding, because people are going to think you don't wash your bedding. I do wash my bedding, guys. It gets washed once a week. And I said, so I kind of said to her, I said, I don't care what people think. I said, if people think I don't wash my bedding, then they don't need to watch my channel. But trust me, my bedding gets washed a lot, especially because after a week it looks like my bed's turned into a cat with Madam shedding here. But no, it does get washed. Once, sometimes twice, depending on how much dinner I've spilt on it. Because I don't really tend to sit in the kitchen, because I find sitting at a dining table gives me a lot of pain. Has she got a runny drippy nose again? Does anybody else's cat, when you're petting them and they're purring, have their nose drip? A lot of people think it's the cat drooling and slabbering, but it's not. It's called happy drippy nose. Ask your vet, it's true. Shadow's terrible for it, and her nose drips everywhere. It's like water. But yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, when I'm sitting at the dining table, I get an awful lot of pain, and I get really, really uncomfortable. I think it's because it's a hard chair. I don't know. Does anybody else that have arthritis or problems with your hips and your lower back and that find sitting at a normal chair like a dining table really uncomfortable? I could sit on my bed like this and eat my dinner, or I could sit on the bed with my legs off the bed like in a normal sitting position and be fine, but I can't sit on a hard chair at the dining table and eat a dinner. Or I can, but I'll be in a lot of pain afterwards. So Christmas Day will be fun, because we're probably going to be saying that. I'm hoping to have a really chill Christmas. My daughters aren't coming around this year, not just because of COVID, because they've all got their own things, they've all got their own families and whatever. Two of my daughters are sharing it together up the road, because my grandson will just be born, literally just be born. He's due 17th. He could be born Christmas Day for all I know. So they're having their Christmas. My other daughter's got her partner and all the other kids. So yeah, and then obviously George and the two boys. I think we're going around there for Christmas dinner. I don't know what's going on yet, but I need to sort it out. So as far as I know, Christmas Day's chilled. Boxing Day's meant to be, we were all meant to be meeting up Boxing Day. Depending on lockdown, I don't know what's going to happen there. My girls are like, well, screw lockdown, we're each other's bubble, blah, blah, blah. It depends how bad it is. I don't really want them getting in taxis. If it's the cases are that high, I'd rather than not. I'd rather do video calls and see my grandbabies that way, do you know what I mean? And thank God for video calls, eh? Do you know what I mean? Because not like back in my day, there was no, if you wanted to go and see somebody, I remember it. My mate Suzanne watches my videos, because I remember it. We had to walk for like an hour or so to get to your mate's house, to knock on the door, to see if they're coming out, and if they weren't in, you go back home and you wait, and then you go back out again later and you go and shut the door. No, I'm not coming out. All right then, and you go and chat for somebody else, and that was the communication. There was none of this mobile phone, texting, WhatsApp and video calls. Do you know what I mean? None of that. If you wanted to see if somebody's in, you had to walk for ages to see where they're in. And it didn't even really bother you back then. If they weren't in, you just walked an hour, you would just go, okay then, you come back home, and that would be, it wouldn't be like, oh for fuck's sake, they're not in. Not like now, because like if you WhatsApp somebody, you're coming out, and they don't answer, and you shut their door. Do you know what I mean? It's like back then it was normal. But yeah, until like, it was like teenage years by the time we got like a house telephone. But even then you didn't really use it. Or you just sat there for ages going, hey, and then the dial goes round. Like, do you know what I mean? Or your mum put like a lock on the phone, one of these big chunky, it was like a lock this size, big silver lock with a key in it to stop you like putting the dial around. None of that now, you know what I mean? So yeah, easy bubs. But yeah, God, I could talk loads of stories about back in my day. I grew up in Harlow in Essex, and yeah. And if you're new to my channel, I now live in Ayrshire. I was born in Scotland. I was born in Glasgow. And parents moved down to England when I was little for work. But yeah, but I've been back up here. I'm first come back up here when my oldest was, she was what, 2? So in 1991, I came back up here. 1990, 1991, back up here. And then about 1993, we moved down to Shropshire for about 3 years. You're gonna knock my stand over, bubs. We moved down to Shropshire for about 3 years, and then we ended up coming back up because Georgie's dad had passed away, so he wanted to be with his mum, so we moved back up here, and we've been here ever since. And that was 1997 we moved back up here, so I've not lost my accent. You finished whipping me now? Can I talk now? She's got a bum up in the air. Anybody else have a female cat? She's been neutered. As she said, if you watched my videos last year, you've seen that she was neutered. She still acts like the saucy minx, like putting her bum up in the air, like to pet her. You're just a little hussy, aren't you? Look, there's her bum up in the air, look. Dear, and this is because I've stopped petting her. She gets angry, look. The guys on YouTube are watching you. Anyway, guys, I've blathered on for 20 minutes. So I just thought, say hello, and that was my day. You can't even see her, she's too far down. So yeah, so please leave comments below what you've been up to today, what you're going to be up to tomorrow. Oop, can't say I'm doing each to that door because of the tumble dryer. Oh, no, she wants in the kitchen. Leave the door open then. She just quickly jumped off the bed. She's probably like, I need the toilet. Yeah. So you can leave me comments on what you've been up to today and any topic that you want to talk about tomorrow on the chat. So I'm gonna go and put proper jammies on and give my face a wash and get into bed properly. So let's shake the place. So I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Take care. Ciao for now.